Lena was born with a gentle smile and eyes that sparkled with the curiosity of the world. But from a young age, her father's harsh words echoed louder in her ears than any praise. "You'll never be good enough," he would say, dismissing her dreams with a wave of his hand. He meant well, hoping to toughen her up for the world, but instead, his words planted seeds of doubt deep within her heart. As she grew older, Lena's insecurities grew with her. She became painfully aware of every flaw, real or imagined. She believed her hair was too frizzy, her skin too freckled, her body too awkward. She started to avoid mirrors, fearing the reflection that would stare back at her with eyes of disappointment. Her insecurities seeped into every part of her life. She pushed away friends who tried to get close, convinced they would eventually see the flaws she so desperately tried to hide. She turned down opportunities, too scared to stand in the spotlight, where she thought everyone would see her imperfections. When she was offered a chance to perform in a school play, Lena declined, imagining the audience laughing at her. When she was invited to a school dance, she made up excuses, fearing that she wouldn't measure up to the other girls. Years passed, and Lena's world grew smaller. She watched from the sidelines as others lived their lives boldly, while she stayed hidden, trapped by her own fear. The words of her father still haunted her, reinforcing the belief that she would never be enough. One day, while cleaning out the attic, Lena stumbled upon an old, dusty mirror. It was her mother's, a woman she barely remembered but who had always been kind and loving. Curiously, Lena wiped away the grime and stared at her reflection. For the first time in years, she really looked at herself. At first, all she saw were the flaws, but then, something changed. As she looked deeper, she began to see beyond the surface. She saw the pain in her own eyes, the loneliness she had carried for so long. She saw the kindness in her smile, the strength in her posture, the beauty in her uniqueness. Tears filled her eyes as she realized how much she had missed out on, not because of what others had said or thought, but because of what she believed about herself. She had been living in a cage of her own making, and it was time to break free. Lena started small. She accepted a friend's invitation for coffee and listened as they shared stories of their own struggles and insecurities. She realized she wasn't alone. Everyone had their battles. Slowly, she began to let people in, to take risks, to embrace opportunities. Her newfound confidence didn't come from changing her appearance or fitting into society's mold, but from accepting herself as she was. The more she embraced her true self, the more the world around her began to change. People were drawn to her authenticity, her kindness, her strength. She became an advocate for others who felt trapped by their insecurities, sharing her story and encouraging them to see the beauty within themselves. Lena's life blossomed as she stepped into the light she had once feared. She performed on stage, not because she was perfect, but because she was brave. She attended dances, not because she was flawless, but because she was free. The mirror that once showed only flaws now reflected a woman who was proud of who she was. Lena learned that true happiness and confidence come from within. No amount of external validation or praise could ever replace the love and acceptance she finally found for herself. If you are not happy with yourself, nothing external will make you happy. True beauty and confidence come from within, and only when you embrace yourself as you are, can you truly change the world around you.